So, hello everybody, and tonight, thank you for joining. We're going to talk about nutrition and supplements. This is our wellness education series. This is actually the second one in the series, and we continue this series. It's continuing weekly, so if you miss one, you can always catch up. Okay, so I have a couple questions for you. One, why are people around us so sick? If you think about it, you know, I mean, not just talking about the current situation that we have right now, but for the most part, we are pretty sick. And I have some slides to show you in the future here as we go on about really malnutrition. But we could also think of, the food that we eat, right? If we're eating processed food and fast food all the time, that's not really good for our bodies. Once again, those little capsules there, those remind me of a long time ago, back in the 70s and 80s, when people used to take the little diet pills, to help curb their appetite. And that's also not good for you. Also, do you think that we get what we need for good health from our food? A study was shown that you would have to eat 13 more supplements to actually, I'm not oranges. It was about oranges, and you have to do 13 more oranges to get the nutrition out of just one orange. So it's pretty interesting. Nutrition is foundational for our health. It does so many things for us besides just helping our body work well. It helps with our brain, it helps with energy, it helps with processing all of our hormones and everything that we need. It helps our metabolism, it helps our heart, our brain, our joints. So it's really crucial that we get what we need from nutrition. It's the foundation of our body and our body's health. So 10.7% of the world suffer from chronic malnutrition. This actually comes from WHO, this graph here. And as you can see, so sad, all of the children. This is talking about 22.2% of children globally are stunted because of the fact that they don't get proper nutrition. And then 7.5 are wasted away. And then on the other side, we have 5.6% of children that are obese and overweight because they're eating all of those processed and fat foods. As you can see from that picture, there is nowhere on the globe that isn't affected by malnutrition. And just to think about it, the cost of what it is costing us. So, there's $3.5 trillion per year that it costs our global economy. That's just so much. Undernutrition and micronutrient deficiencies are exorbitant because we get sick. We don't have the nutrition, our body can't function. We have mental health issues, we have physical issues, we get sick. And then we have the cost of obesity. And then child and maternal nutrition is also very low. It says here it's by far the largest nutrition-related health burden in the world. Now, if we add the proper supplements with balance and help provide our body with that bioavailable nutrition, we can actually get a 33% decrease in the malnutrition rates. That's phenomenal. So let's talk about what we can do for our nutrition. So for daily nutrition, this is essential. doTERRA has the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It includes the Alpha CRS, the Z Omegas, and the Microplex V and Z. This also comes in a vegan form. Instead of having the omegas having fish and plant omegas, the vegan is just plant. These are made from whole foods, so they're totally bioavailable to our bodies. There's nothing added. There's nothing, no chemicals, no synthetics. It's all whole food source supplements, which is wonderful because our body knows how to use whole food, right? So instead of having to eat those 12 oranges to get the nutritional value of one orange, we can actually take our lifelong vitality on a daily basis and provide our body with the nutrition that it needs, the foundational nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, we also have to understand that our gut health is also foundational. If we don't keep the bacteria in our gut working properly, then our gut can't absorb the nutrition that it needs to. It's really vital. The other thing too is that we have enzymes. Our body naturally creates enzymes that are used for digestion and metabolism. And what happens is if we supplement those enzymes, our body can digest the food more efficiently so that we get more nutritional value from it, and it leaves our natural body's enzymes to continue to work in our metabolism for helping our thyroid and all of our other endocrimatic organs. Here's some examples of the things that damage our gut health. We know an unhealthy diet, is just, too much sugar, let's put it that way. Too much sugar can create a yeast infection in our gut called candida, and it's awful to get rid of. Antibiotics are another thing because they indiscriminately kill all of the bacteria in the gut. And we need to have a balance of that good bugs and a little bit of bad bugs. They all kind of work together, right? It creates that wonderful flora. If you think of flora out in the world, we have good bugs and we have bad bugs, but for the majority, the good bugs kind of rule, right? Lack of physical activity. This is really an increase for obesity. And then once again, if you're not sleeping properly and you're not getting the adequate rest you need, your body's not able to repair itself, and that sleeping is just crucial. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then of course, stress really affects your gut because your stomach is tied up in knots. Maybe you can't eat, or you can get stress can make you sick literally to your stomach, in addition to affecting your mind and your mental health. Okay, so there's going to be some targeted options that I'm going to go through to help maximize your wellness. This is in addition to the lifelong vitality, okay? So we have deep blue polyphenol complex that addresses pain and inflammation. We have a phytoestrogen and a bone nutrient for women's health and hormones. We have the adaptive is great for mood and anxiety. We have a natural energy alternative in our Mito 2 Max. If you are looking for something that helps with a super anti-inflammatory that contains both an essential oil and a botanical, the turmeric capsules are wonderful. For gastrointestinal regularity, we have the Zendocrine complex. And then once again, we're going to talk about rest and sleep with our Serenity capsules. That is also an essential oil and botanical blend. And then we have a skin and cellular health complex. So let's just hop right into these. The deep blue polyphenol complex is really good for joint and muscle discomfort, really good for joint discomfort. It contains the botswala, which is our frankincense, which we know is super good for being an anti-inflammatory. It has botanicals in it too that help us balance. It has those pineapple bromides and other things like that are really good for pain and inflammation. We can use this in tandem right along with our deep blue rub and our deep blue essential oil, or any other of our essential oils that are good for pain relief. couple that come to mind are past tense and marjoram, right? Majoram, however you want to say it. Now you can take these on as a daily basis, like I do, my husband and I. I'm kind of getting older there, and I have some creaks and whatnot, and so I take it daily, and it really helps me be able to exercise and have that fluidity that I wouldn't necessarily have at my age, or that I had when I was younger. All right, the next one is the Adaptive Calming Blend. Now, this one is really good for your mood and anxiety levels. It really helps take the edge off of um, feelings of sadness or even kind of depression, of anxiety. It actually has GABA in it, which is a GABA nucleic acid that goes right back up into our brain. GABA is kind of the feel good for our brain. It also helps produce serotonin in the gut, which we know that the gut and the brain are connected. So this helps the serotonin, which feeds back up into the brain, which kind of gives you those happy feelings. All right. So adaptive is a wonderful blend to take. You can take this in the morning or at night. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to kind of have a little suggestion on how to take these supplements when we get through them. The next one that I want to talk about are the turmeric dual capsules. These are phenomenal. These are both the oil and the botanical combined in a dual capsule, so you're getting both all the benefits of turmeric as opposed to just kind of the herb. It will help with your inflammatory response in the body. It can help with free radicals. I just got off a class a couple hours ago where a woman was sharing a testimony of giving this to her mother, and over a period of 2 weeks, along with eating right and doing the supplements. And she was full on dementia, didn't even know her name and everything. And now she's actually recalling her name and knowing her daughter is there and being able to answer questions. So there is some research that this turmeric dual capsule chambers help with neuronal growth, right? With those neurons that fire in the brain. And it's wonderful also too for your joints and free movement. Then we have the Serenity Restful Complex. So remember, rest is really good for us. It helps us manage our stress. I take 2 of these every night. I love them. It does have some of the lavender essential oil in it, but it also has the botanicals that help you be able to get a nice deep sleep. I take these and I sleep like a baby. So these are wonderful at night to help you continue that deep, deep sleep. And when I wake up, I'm not groggy. I don't have that sleepy feeling like some sleep aids could make you have. All right. And then the phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient is what they call the women's blend. But I want you to know that men can also take these. The phytoestrogen can help balance their hormones too, along with the bone nutrients. I actually give my husband a bone nutrient every day because he's getting older, and men can get osteoporosis just as easily as women can. So this is really good to help manage the calcium that's in your body. I love that they come in 250 milligram capsules on that bone nutrient, because some say you have to take 1,000 milligrams, but that's not for everybody. Some people need less and some people need more. I only take 1 a day. That's all I need because I'm getting calcium in a lot of other supplements that I take. As you can see, they've got the pomegranate extract in there that's also a powerful antioxidant. And these are all really balanced to work together with your body. Now, the Mito 2 Max is wonderful for natural energy, it's cellular energy. It actually helps work with the ATP that's in your cells that give you that energy. And it doesn't give you that shaky feeling or anything like the other energy pills out there or even the energy drinks give you. Um, I mean, I was just flabbergasted to hear about people dying, young people dying because they drink so many of the energy drinks. It doesn't have to happen. So the Mito 2 Max is also great if you have that like afternoon slump. You just take this in the morning and it helps keep you from getting into that slump in the afternoon. Then the Zendocrine complex is a really good detoxifier for our whole gastrointestinal system. It also works on helping our organs cleanse naturally. So if you need any regularity whatsoever, this is the thing to go to. It won't go one way or the other. It's really helping your cells balance out so that you can you can have that good gastrointestinal organ cleansing. It's also really good to combine with the Zendocrine essential oil. And there's also a Zendocrine soft gels, which is just the essential oil in a capsule. And I really enjoy taking those. I feel like my organs function better because I'm getting out with the bad, right? I'm putting good in and out with the bad. Now, the last specialized supplement I'm going to talk about is the Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex. There has been so many fascinating studies of how the Yarrow Palm essential oil is just helping with anti-aging and helping the skin be curative. As a matter of fact, yarrow is known in the story of Achilles because uh, Achilles' mom actually held his heels and dipped him in yarrow. And when they pulled him out, he was impervious, right, to aging or harm, except for his tendon, where she held him by the tendon, and that was his downfall. So yarrow is a wonderful essential oil for our bodies, and it is in a pomegranate extract, so it's really good. This also, the Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex, helps maintain our youthful appearance by helping activate that collagen growth that's at the base of our dermis, the base of our skin, so that as the dead skin sloughs off and the new skin rises up to the top, it's nice and has the good collagen content. If you missed our mud mask party, we really talked about how exfoliating is so important to get the dead skin off so that that good fresh skin can rise to the surface. Okay, here's a sample schedule, daily schedule on how to use your supplements. So they suggest that you do the turmeric in the morning with the PB Assist. So this is kind of upon wakening. You're putting these in your body so that your body can take these nutrients and get the day going. At breakfast, you'll do 2 of your LLVs, so 2 of the omegas, 2 of the alpha CRS, and 2 of the vitamins. And then with your meal, you're going to add that Terrazyme so that you can help digest the food that you're eating. And you can add an adaptive to help that mood be very balanced throughout the day. At lunch, you're going to go ahead and complete your lifelong vitality. The regular serving is 4 of each. So if you do 2 for breakfast or 2 for lunch, that really spreads it out. Or you can do 1 in the morning, 1 at breakfast, 1 at lunch, and 1 at bedtime. It's entirely up to you, and you'll figure out how your body works. But I do recommend at least splitting it up between 2 and 2 because you want to make these bioavailable to you. You don't want to take too many and then your body can't use them and then it just passes them. And that's really what happens when we take those mega vitamins and those super vitamins that we can buy at our big warehouse stores and whatnot, because our body can't use all of those supplements. As a matter of fact, they have found that you can actually overdose on some supplements that are damaging. At lunch, We're at lunch. Okay, so we're doing our lifelong vitality. Once again, our Terrazyme because we're eating, and you can add a Mito 2 Max in there. I tend to like to do my Mito 2 Max at breakfast because then it gives me that sustained energy through the day. And then at night, you would have some Copaiba, which is very good for helping get an extended sleep along with your Serenity and your Yarrow Palm. Now, this is just a daily schedule suggestion. You, of course, will tailor it to your specific needs. All right, so here's a sample wellness box. This is something that you would order through your loyalty reward program. Um, with the loyalty reward program, doTERRA is going to reward you with free oils, with points, with product credits, what we call them. So here's a sample where you can get the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Notice that the Terrazyme and the PB Assist are both $20. In reality, if you bought them individually, they're like $34.50. But doTERRA, when you order it through your loyalty reward program and you order that Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can choose up to 3 additional items at a discounted price. So I like to add the Terrazyme and the PB Assist, and then I add the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex because that's $59.50 and I can get it for $20. So look at the savings that you can get. It's just absolutely amazing. And since this order is 133 PV, you're going to want to process it on or before the 15th of the month so that you can get the free product of the month, right? And then, of course, you're always going to get product credits anywhere from 10 to 30% back. All right, I want to talk a little bit about using oils, sharing oils, and teaching others how to do it. It's very, very simple to do. There's actually 3 ways to share. You can just, just refer people to your upline, and they will reward you with free oils for sharing and bringing people that want to use these products on a daily basis. You can also enroll your friends and your family and get some extra income. And then if you want to supplement or replace your income, you can be like me and build a team. I have a wonderful team that are just phenomenal at blessing people's lives, okay? And if you want to enroll friends or build a team, please see me or the person that invited you to this meeting, and they can share all the ways that you can do that. Here's how you can pay for your product. With about 3 to 5 hours per week, you can actually start making money and have your product paid for. If you want to supplement your income, a little more work, but you know what? You're going to be getting a lot more income. And then if you want to replace your income like I'm doing, I'm replacing my husband's income because his income is going to be going away as of 2024 in his particular industry that he's in. So we're really working to have this residual income coming in on a monthly basis. All right, so if you want to get your oils paid for, it's really simple. All right, you're going to give somebody a sample of an oil that will help them, right? So we're going to think of like a headache, or if they have digestive issues, right? Or pain, a little deep blue. And then you're going to tell them the 3 cool things about essential oils, about them being natural and safe and how effective they are in helping us in our body. And then the cost savings, how it's so much cheaper than, traditional medical care. Not to take away from traditional medical care. We absolutely need that. This is for, instead of going and buying over-the-counter items, you can absolutely save with the essential oils. And then there's 3 ways to use them: aromatically, topically, and internally. And then we have kits that this actually helps them get started below wholesale, because with these enrollment kits, it includes the $35 enrollment fee. That's completely waived. And they also get discounts on all the items with these kits. So you just help them figure out what's the best one to get started. All right, and then another suggestion that I have is you carry samples with you, right? So you can have a little carabiner with samples of or wild orange or balance or past tense. And if somebody says, man, I have a headache, you can just give them a drop right then and there. That's how easy it is. And you're going to be using these oils anyway. So it's nice to have them. It's convenient to have them in your purse. doTERRA provides us with prepackaged samples that are so easy to share. And there's also little guidebooks, or you can even share things online, right? Now that we're in this age of online and electronics. All right, and then there's a couple ways to learn how to effectively share with doTERRA. One way is to sign up for the free daily mentor calls. Elise Sedavi has put these calls together. It takes you step by step on how to build your business in 50 days. And then we also have our upline, or my upline, I said Laura Jacobs. She actually does training on the product and education for those people that want to have solutions. And then she also does training for people who want to be providers. So teaching you kind of the business. She has additional trainings with strengths and whatnot, but those two on Monday are really phenomenal calls. Now, I want to share with you that we also do online continuing education. This is on the right is the class schedule. That's this week. I have a class schedule every week that's coming. And I try to keep, having the essential oil basics on a Tuesday and then a Saturday for those people that work during the week. We have on Wednesday is our continuing education, and I'll just have that leadership on demand class just through June, because then that won't be available. And then on Thursdays, I do a specialized class. So I do something that's just completely kind of different and out there. This week, I'm going to be talking about balancing your body clock with the traditional Chinese medicine body clock and how to use your oils to do that. We always have a coffee Q&A on Friday. It's open to anybody. Bring your questions. You can send them to me ahead of time if you want me to do extra research. And then again, on Saturdays, we have our essential oil basics class. Now, next week, we're going to have a special continuing ed class. And this is going to be called a Wellness Wednesday. And what it is going to really be about creating financial wealth with doTERRA. You do have to pre-register for this class to get the link, because our upline, our double presidential diamond Laura Jacobs and double presidential diamonds the Goddards, we're going to be sharing this information, and you can invite guests. So this day and age, there are a lot of people that have lost their jobs. They're not having any income. They're trying to figure out what they can do. And this is a perfect opportunity for them to learn, no obligation, on what they can do to help with their financial wellness, increase that with residual income with doTERRA. Okay, so when you share doTERRA products, you're really bringing hope and wellness to the people that you love and your community, and ultimately the world. It's all about helping each other. So think of it not as selling, but as service, one drop at a time, one person at a time, one community at a time. All right, I'm going to stop the recording, and we're going to do a little bit of